This is the first draft of our second book,
Ah!
and it's on the letters of Cicero. We chose 51 letters. Throughout your career in Latin, you've been enamored of Cicero's letters. Would you tell us why?
Well, okay. I can tell you I was about 18 or 19 years old, and I just happened to come upon, I knew all the Latin rules and regulations, and I came upon these letters of Cicero in an old edition, and I said, look at this man talking, and I checked the dates. I said, heaven's sakes, he's talking on the phone. Or now we would say, he's talking on the internet and iPads and blogs and all that stuff, and email. He's talking, and you can hear him talking. And I said, look at these glorious expressions by the master of all of Latinity, writing to his wife, who appreciated it, writing to his children, who appreciated it, writing to the Roman Senate, and they appreciated the same thing. And I said, look at all the treasures here. So we have about 900 and more, how you want to count them, 950 letters of Cicero in 4 volumes there on the shelf, on the Oxford edition, and the treasures of expression, how he says things. I used an expression the other day, epistola non erubescit. Cicero was ashamed to say no to his friend, so he wrote him a letter. And he said, the letter will not blush. He said, look at this, epistola non erubescit. And I said, look at this beautiful idea and the expression and the vocabulary. I said, this is a whole world of stuff. And I'm still discovering it and going through these volumes and all these hundreds of pages that we corrected nice and diligently these past couple months. I said, I appreciate them more than ever.
Other treatments of the letters of Cicero talk about the history. They simply give translations, Shackleton Bailey, or they talk about the textual differences in the tradition. What does our treatment of the letters of Cicero offer?
The treatment is to take this incredible and living language, Cicero on the phone, Cicero emailing and stuff, and analyze this and show every single, that's what we're doing for the students, every single usage of the Latin language in just about every sentence. We come up with all of a sudden, tanto quanto, and we explain that. Or mea et rei publice interest, we explain that. And so there is a certain amount of repetition, but we take every letter, and Daniel has done a magisterial job of explaining all these things, every single detail. Here you see the let's say the genitive of partitive genitive, which is 10 words away from its anchor word, and you point out this. We point out the style, the beauty of the language of Cicero, and then of course what the students can do is read the sentence and recite it, and we would have even memorized it in class, and to see this is how Cicero was speaking Latin to his wife and his children, and it's out of this world. It's the best stuff you can find, that's all.
In a third project, we've done a lot of work on a third project already, and that is you have read the letters of Cicero treated in the book.
Oh yeah, we took these 51 letters, and we said, like, not my voice is not Cicero, but maybe people would be interested to take these letters in our second book and see how this might have sounded. It's the classical pronunciation.
Just a second.
Might have sounded when Cicero.
Can't get rid of it.
I know there's a snowblower
There's
outside.
a snowblower.
Well, what are you going to do in this world? Anyway, how the letters might have sounded, and I think these things are available somewhere online or whatever it is. I don't know the computer business. But you could find the letters and see how this sounds, and with the inflection and the different divisions of things, and lower your voice as though he were reciting this or saying this on the phone. And I'm convinced, with the exception of some formal letters to Brutus and Caesar and the Senate, that's another thing, of course, but to his friends, to Atticus and stuff, that's how he spoke Latin on the phone. And so we have that whole thing. That's going to be the third volume. Dan is going to fix that up and set that whole thing up, where you can hear the letters that we did. And of course, this is also an invitation to other people. Continue. We did 51 letters. Well, then you continue up to 60, 70, 100, and 900 letters and do the same thing.